Como waro donge otoringo koko meko da pimo mede da kuon. Ya e wano da kuon oduogo chi. Woi mataro ni de par. Woi mataro ni de par. Manyiri nyero te 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 makuoro. Alo mato kuoro piere tar. Woi rabondo to endara. Woi rabondo to endara milu kopanga manyandi wagi loka. Kodi loka rasira. Nyar sikuno makoi. Nyar sikuno makoi. Chuma mini da oko da on mojo nya. Andwayo mato ketere to tero pesa. Woi rabondo to ipi. Woi rabondo to ipi. Mamonu laro te 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 mandopa. Alo matondopa mayandorbe.
Okay, we are gonna start. Can you hear this music? Can you hear this music? I really thank one of the guests of today, that is Pauline. Now I will lower a bit the music. That is super nice.
Yes, it's indeed a nice music. I really enjoyed.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you to Pauline that has shared this traditional music, and the topic that. Thank you, Pauline. And the topic that we are gonna to address today is properly related to something that has very inside the roots in. And we were discussing before the talk about the roots of our ancestors, where they come from, and as one other of the guests that we have today, Santosh, that we will introduce after, said each one of us has at least one like ancestor that is in farming, and the topic of today is properly farming. And I'm very glad to hold this session today, because agriculture is one of the things that I want to foster also in my life, I can say, because my grandfather and my dad were two farmers, and I want to follow also in these climate change scenarios, not follow a little bit their lead. So I will give the floor now to the first guest of today, that is Pauline Owiti from the Poly Foundation. And the Poly Foundation also deals with agriculture in Kenya. And the floor to Pauline to like introduce herself and to share the experience of her activity in Kenya and her organization. Pauline, the floor is yours.
Oh, thank you very much. Maybe if I could ask like everyone if we could mute, because I was like kind of hearing the background noise when Dominico was talking. So I'm Pauline Owiti. I'm from Kenya, Siaya County. Siaya County is in the western part of Kenya. And I'm part of an initiative training the community on organic farming, the best practices of organic farming. So we are basically targeting like people from the age of 28 and above, because those are the most people that like really engage in farming when you look at my area, and they are the best people that need the knowledge of organic farming. So why did we decide to do the organic farming? You find that there have been serious problems within the farming sector. Most problems have been caused by like the climate, and most probably we linked it to like fertilizer use, the use of agro-produced fertilizer, chemically produced fertilizer. So it have made the soil to lose its fertility and also its biodiversity. So we introduced organic farming so that within time, the soil can gain its fertility and the crop yield can reduce. So why did we introduce this yet after increasing the fertility? We feel like it's cheaper to use organic farming because they'll be using that materials that are easily available to them. Within their reach, resources that are available, farm inputs that are available, and like chemical fertilizers that they'll need to spend a lot of money that are also regulated by the government and interferes with the soil, and the prices are high. It comes with policies and everything. Organic farming within the community helps them like regain that their tradition or that their culture in agriculture, and also the normal culture they are used to. So that's what we are doing in agricultural sector. Thank you.
Thank you, Pauline. And I want to ask one question before going to the other speaker. So you focus two interesting aspects that are like the regenerative role of agriculture and also the involvement of youth. And my question is, how do you think and how, from your experience, do you see that the involvement of youth can help to like foster new ways of agriculture, like, I don't know, agroforestry, climate smart agriculture, and so on? So do you think that the involvement of youth is relevant for this transition?
Exactly. The involvement of youth is very important, and it's of course relevant. One, because you find that the current generation of youth are knowledgeable in that they have the education that they have found in schools that can help in producing or taking agriculture forward, which like will increase produce or yield in agricultural sector. And the youth themselves have the highest human power. We can't compare them with the older generation. They have the highest human power that can accelerate the agricultural work and everything. That's why the involvement of youth in agricultural sector is very important. They are vibrant, they have the knowledge, so they'll just have to do it. And then the reason as to why they really have to do it is taking example of where I come from, the unemployment rate is very high, and they have just to depend on agriculture, because you find that agriculture itself produces 75% of Kenyan GDP. Kenya really rely on agriculture. And the funny thing, it's rain-fed agriculture. So if they get to make the society come out of the rain-fed agriculture from the education they have and just have the formal agriculture, they'll be able to help the country itself, reduce the poverty level in the society, and everything will be good. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. And I also share the screen 1 second let's see the Facebook page of the Poly Foundation. That's this one. That's right, Pauline.
Yes.
Yeah, you can find them at the Poly Foundation. And so thank you very much, Pauline, for sharing your experience. And today we have plenty of guests. This is a special edition of VoluntHEAR. Unfortunately, just a disclaimer, yesterday we had some problems in going live stream, and so we decided to postpone today. But I think that today you can enjoy a lot the very, very nice and various guests that we have today on this session. And the second one in the list is Santosh Khawale, Gampat Dahe. They are coming both from India. And you can see we can move now from Kenya to India. And the floor is to you guys to explain how do you like foster the agriculture, and what are you doing in this field? So Santosh, the floor to you.
Domenico, we'd like to start with some video at the start. We created one video, so can you please make me the host so I can share the screen? I think I'm already the host.
Yes,
okay?
Yes, you can do.
Okay, one moment. I'm just sharing the screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, I'm playing this video.
Henu Tech Solutions Private Limited. About our company. Introduction. Our company Henu Tech Solutions Private Limited is engaged in various projects to create value at base of pyramid by conceptualizing innovative solutions to pressing problems of farmers, rural and urban communities at large. We strive hard to utilize our expertise, innovations and technology for making the solutions simple, affordable, feasible, unique, interesting and usable. Vision. Organize the agro-ecosystem to enable effective and productive outcome. Make farming a profitable business and increase the farmer's income multifold. Upgrade agro sector in the light of Industry 4.0 revolution. Create sustainable alternative income generation opportunity for rural women and farmers. Mission. Create IT-enabled platform for knowledge and information exchange. Introduce state-of-the-art technologies in the agriculture sector. Undertake various innovation and technology projects and its successful implementation. Care an ecosystem for the farmers to train and educate them on various topics, and to organize and manage the farm business. Our customers, farmers, consumers, input suppliers. Value propositions. Information, knowledge, farm management services and facilities. Allied microbusiness consultancy and support services for rural entrepreneurs. Farmers training and certification. Agro-business support services. Topic-based farmer development program. Value-added personalized services. Government scheme awareness. Value delivery implementation model. Digital platform enabling access to information and facilities. Hybrid model, right mix of virtual and real-life interventions as per the need. Collaborating with the stakeholders and ecosystem partners in rural as well as urban domain. Train the trainer, and peer-to-peer, POP, education for knowledge dissemination. Local training and business facilitation centers. Our Green Initiative. Our purpose and strategy. To open new ways of new income generation opportunities to farmers and rural community. To promote the eco-friendly products as an alternative to ordinary one and spread awareness of organic products. To build micro-entrepreneurial ecosystem for generating alternate income source to the rural women. Help rural people to use the spare man who is by engaging in productive economic activities. Opportunities for green initiatives. Creating value-added products from farm waste. Farm waste management. Vertical integration and farm produce processing. Solar energy-based agro-mechanization for farmers. Solar energy-based agro-infrastructure, greenhouse, cold storage, dairy farms. Risk for green initiatives. Community awareness mobilization and mass training costs. Costly technology and R&D. Local infrastructure creation. EcoDeep, livelihood for rural women. EcoDeep is an initiative of our company to create income generation opportunity for rural women and farmers. This project is in line with the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, laid down by UN. Specifically, these goals are focused on poverty elimination, sustainable cities and communities formation, responsible consumption and production. Company has developed an innovative product Ika Deep Lamp using Disi cow dung and equipments to produce the same. Use of hand-operated machines in manufacturing process to eliminate the efforts and consumption of electric energy. Ika Deep business model requires negligible seed investment. This cuts down their hurdle in entrepreneurial journey. Company provides required skill training, financial assistance, marketing support, equipments and raw materials. Deep Karika Deep Machine. Ika Deep Dye and Tools. The product. Ika Deep product features: light it, float it, compost it. Ika Deep is designed and produced in such a way that there is no hazardous and solid waste during manufacturing. It can be decomposed and used as a fertilizer after use. It replaces the plastic counterparts. Use of biodegradable material for packing of products is considered. Ika Deep product packaging. Product communication. Our collaborations. Rural Women's for manufacturing products. Rural Women SHG was actually worked as a task force in realizing the production and packaging the product beautifully. Farmers for supply of raw material. Farmer group helped and supported for the cow dung collection and processing of the same in the required quantity and quality. They also helped in distributing the same to SHG Women's. Gram Panchayat for collaborating with farmers. Gram Panchayat office of Dundwadi, district Solapur was very crucial in engaging the farmers and SHG of women from there. 3Dology for making dyes. 3Dology was very useful support in 3D printing of various alternative dye design that were used for testing. RKI Solutions. For machines manufacturing. RKI Innovative Solutions supported with their manufacturing expertise in getting the prototype and fine-tuning the product in terms of manufacturing details. Intote Solutions for design. Intote Solution was instrumental in product design and engineering of the Ika Deep equipment and dyes required.
Wow. Thank you guys for sharing that. I think that yeah, we were talking about innovation before, and we have like a concrete proof of that. So yeah, Santosh, if you want to spend a few words about this initiative, we saw this video. I think that maybe not all the guests are knowing what is your business and so on. So if you want to spend a few words on that, and first of all, thank you for the video that has been very, very instructive.
Thank you very much, Domenico. It was a great pleasure to share this video in Climate Social Forum, and the Nobel cause that this Climate Social Forum is working on. We feel that we are really in line to cooperate on various things with other volunteers around the world and take this novel concept of Dhenu, which is a company that is working for the farmers' well-being and welfare, and the farming community, we feel that is the most important community, as it is responsible to feed the world. If their problems are solved, then all of us would get positive effect of that particular solution, and therefore we feel that it is very crucial to work for the agriculture and farmers community to solve their problem. With this let's say, social venture of ours, we have taken this challenge to focus on dairy farmers' problems, and we have came up with, let's say, ICT, meaning the information technology related tools, to bring new advancement in the field right to the doorsteps of these farmers. We have seen that there are many good technologies around that are used by various farmers, new tools, new techniques, new methods, new tricks. But because they are just used locally and they are not popularized, as the medium through which they need to be popularized are very limited, and therefore the farmers have no choice but to limit it to themselves. So with such a product, which is an application that we have launched, which is already available on the Play Store, we have reached so far 3,500 farmers. They are interested in this application. We are getting very good reviews for the application. Apart from just the application, we have many other support schemes, support services for the farmer, also to help them physically, give them personalized services as well in the next few months. Now we believe that this problem that we are working on is in a way universal problem, with some social or cultural aspects having differently, let's say, positioned in various different localities and various different countries for that matter. But the main structure that we have followed to solve this problem is, I think personally, is universal. So this initiative could be of use for any other organization that is serving farmer community or working for welfare of agriculture field as a whole, mainly to eradicate poverty, bringing new technologies to them. So we are very confident that if there is any kind of let's say support that these farmers are getting from technologists, innovators around the world, that is going to add value to them first and then back to the society, as they are very intrinsic part of the society. I believe that the application is first of its kind, that is designed with user-centric approach that we always insist on to have. As I'm coming from design field, I know that user centricity in any solution is very important, and that's how we have tried bringing in many features which are user-centric, that understand, empathize with the farmer as a user, bring these technologies to such a level of usefulness and let's say level of understanding that is appealing for the farmer community, which is not so much tech savvy in that sense.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Santosh. And also thank you for this insight also on the part of design, that it's very important to take care, especially when we are dealing with farmers, because you can, I don't know, build the best technological solution, but the important is that it's usable for them. But I want to ask to Gampat eventually if he wants to add few things also on the points that Santosh said, and then after that we will move to the other speakers that we have today. So Gampat, to you. Can you hear us? I don't know if Gampat is on the PC now. Okay, maybe in the meanwhile that Gampat is returning back, I think that we can give the floor to the other speaker of today. So to give the floor to them, I will share my screen. They will be on Meet. These are our friends from Zambia and from Ghana. So I will now share my screen with the audio so you can also follow them. One moment. So, okay. So guys, you are on the stream now, also on Zoom. We are making this super like technological connection between Zoom and Meet, just sharing the screen. And so I will give the floor firstly to Rita. Hi, Rita. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Okay, Vito. My name is Rita Kamukule. I'm from Zambia. I'm an agriculturalist. I am working with Action for Nature, a local organization, a youth-led organization, which is mainly focused on people and culture, um, biodiversity conservation, and development.
Thank you. And yes, we face a lot of like example of how youth can engage in agriculture and so on. And I think that you are one of these example. You also participate recently, as I know, to some session also for the Global Alliance on Climate Smart Agriculture. So do you want to tell us a little bit on this experience and also on how you report this involvement also in your community?
Okay, so this is when I've started working with farmers. This is when now I'm just being exposed to the field. But in Zambia, mostly, when it comes to rural communities, the issues of technology is really, really bad. The access of um, technological instruments, I think we are still working on that. So we're just working with what is on the ground, mostly. So when it comes to climate change, issues of environmental illiteracy is really a huge problem. So we're trying really hard to make people understand what climate change is and how agriculture contributes.
Thank you, Rita, for your points. And that's true. And agriculture, we can say, has this double role. In a way, it can be like a problem for gas emission, but it has a strong potential to be a solution and to involve communities in new types of agriculture that are regenerative. It's very essential. And thank you for your message. Also, because as you say, the agriculture has a third role that I didn't mention, that is affected by climate change. And so only finding common solution, we like can tackle both the problem, but also we can also find the solution. And now I'll give the floor to another guest of today. I say that today we have plenty of guests. Actually, for VoluntHEAR, he's not a guest because I think that he's the homekeeper, because today, together with me, he's like leading this project and has ideated this project. And so I will give the floor to Eric from Giving Live to Nature Volunteer from Ghana. So Eric, the floor to you.
Thank you, Domenico, for giving me the floor. Thank you for all the participants. My name is Eric. I'm from Giving Life Nature Volunteer Ghana. I'm also an environmentalist, and I'm also working on climate change and forest management. Um, I'll go. We all know forest resources in the world covers 4.8 billion hectares. That represented 31% of the total land area that we have in the whole world. Our organization into reforestation and afforestation project. We have organized so many school projects in tree planting, organizing climate change programs that in education. So we have some of the projects that we are, and our objective for this particular project is to continuously satisfy the needs for the goods and environmental service from the forest. What are the essence of creating this particular project? We want to know climate change. When we are talking about climate change, we cannot talk about climate change and leave afforestation out of it, because deforestation is one of the key that is causing the climate change. And now the rain
and connection problem.
In this area, but this year it's very, very high, and actually also our rain in June, but this year change. All is alcohol.
Eric, maybe you can close the video because we can hear you not so well.
In the school, we have treated them and we treat forest management. With from the villages, there is.
So Eric, I think that we cannot hear you so well. Maybe if you can close the video.
Some of them also one, ensure the conservation of carbon stock. There's including for carbon storage. Oh no, but so then the last one we call the food security, culture and livelihood needs depending.
I think yes, that Eric has some connection problem, but it was pointing out the value of reforestation and the activity that giving life to nature is making properly to reforestate. When we were talking about agroforestation, it is something that stands properly on this point. Agriculture led in a certain way, in a sustainable way, has the potential to reforestate, to create new green biomass that can help to capture CO2. And this is very, very important. And there is a great international discourse on that, also new practices related to agriculture can in a way also interact and work together the forestry and the farming and cropping activity. So in the meanwhile, that maybe Eric is joining again. First of all, I will ask if Gampat is back. If no, now we have free discussion for a few, and if also among the speaker you have some questions.
I'm back.
Okay. So Gambat, to you for a point of view on what Santosh was presenting, and also the very great video that you shared. If you want to add a few points.
So actually, our goal here is to develop a sustainable income along with preserving the nature, like climate. So what we're currently doing, actually we're like targeting the farm waste that can be like converted into actual product. For example, this you can see the rice husk or whatever, how we can we are like we are doing some product development, and Santosh has very strong background in product development. We are using his expertise to do those kind of like work. Some of the work still in like very primitive stage. And the biggest challenge, like what we do see here, is like to take these things to the people and make it like accepted widely. So we are still struggling in that area, and hopefully like by creating awareness among the stakeholder, that will help us to make this acceptable widely. So, and in addition to, like, we are really like fortunate to connect with you. It will be great that whatever the like you think, like we already presented you the stuff with you, all of you, and it will be great if you provide us like any ideas. That will be always welcome. So it's not like sometime like we miss the thing, we cannot see that all the things like one person. But if you put all the points together, probably like we can able to generate a good picture, and then we can prioritize the things and focus on the things that is needed.
Yes, definitely. Yes, Jump. I think that networking and creating collaboration is essential to face a common problem, because
yes.
finally climate change is a common problem, and I think that surely we can find synergies. I will give now back the floor to both Rita and Eric, that in the meanwhile has rejoined. So I share again my screen, and we give the floor maybe to Rita, that wanted to add one thing, and then to Eric, that was finishing his point. So Rita.
Thank you, Victor. So I forgot to say we'll be creating climate justice clubs in schools, because we want to start with the foundation so that young people get involved and young people can be aware of climate change and how it's impacting lives. Because this year we had a problem with floods, and some people died because people are just seeing this as a normal thing, but it's a problem. So I'll be working next month. I'll be moving in schools, talking to young people, educating them about climate change. I think that's what I wanted to add. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rita. You added several points. First of all, education, that it's important to foster new culture, and also leverage the youth to make the change and to make the transition, and also the just transition, so climate justice. We cannot think to make also like the ecological transition without thinking to climate justice. The two things are very intertwined, and we have to take care that the rights of the people are granted, especially also the rights of the most vulnerable, related also to climate change. Thank you very much for this valuable adding, Rita. And now I'll give the floor to Eric again to conclude his point. So Eric, to you, she can hear us. Okay, Pauline, do you want to add something?
Yeah, sure. On what Rita was saying, like we need a community, or rather a society, where kids are environmentally aware of everything going on between them, because like most of the activities that we humans do are the ones that are affecting us in future. So sort of like repercussions. And if we get to allow kids learn about environmental issues, or protecting or conserving the environment at a younger age, they will probably have a better future. And what I would urge Rita to do is to use strategies that the kids are familiar with, that also ensure that they are involved in fully and they like doing. There's a kid not really a kid, but a teenager, a 15-year-old that I've interacted with here in Kenya. She developed an app that was teaching kids on how to be environmentally aware. It's sort of like a game. So you find that at a teenage age, these teenagers like using their phones or on their iPads and everything. So they get to download that game, and that game like have levels that will show them that at this level, if you meet with a certain thing, let's say plastic, where are you supposed to throw it? Are you supposed to throw it in the ocean? Are you supposed to throw it in the garbage? Where are you supposed to throw it? So such strategies are really showing them where exactly they're supposed to put their like waste. When they meet waste on the road, where they get the waste and where they're supposed to put it. So they become really aware and they can take the right action. So strategy is always important, especially in Africa. Like I've been getting involved with some organizations, some are international and local, and I get to find that the international way of doing things is not very like common in Africa. Let's talk about, let me just give one example of like the hunger strikes, or rather those strikes people do internationally. Can we really do them in Africa? I find that we can't do them in Africa. So we get to find proper strategies that are really educational, that can benefit us now and in future. And also what I wanted to add is that we are producing products in our foundation. We have a section of biofarm where we produce insecticides from the local crops like pyrethrum, red pepper, and garlic. So we get this from the community who plant them, the local farmers, especially the small scale farmers. We get them and do value addition to them and produce insecticides, which we sell back to them at affordable prices, and also train them on those who are willing to take on such activities. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pauline, and also for your wise comment. I think it's very wise because you touched the several points, the gamification in order to help to educate, and also the idea of finding the appropriate strategy to cope with the problem. That maybe can differ in different places, but it's important to take care of the local context. So thank you very much. I will give the floor now to Eric to finish his point. Eric, to you. If you want to finish your point, you can open the microphone.
Thank you. As I was saying, we introduced the Red Plus project, which is reduce emission from deforestation and forest degradation. This project was introduced into the farmers in the villages that we organized this project. So we have provided tree to some of these farmers to be able to plant in their various farming, and then also in their cocoa plantation. Recently, we are about to organize another project, which is a 1 million tree project in each village. We are choosing almost 3 regions in Ghana: northern region, central region, and Volta region. These 3 regions, we will be introducing the 1 million tree reforestation project in some of the degraded places, and then also for schools. So this is I'll end it here because of my network also. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Eric. So as we expected today, we have a lot of experiences also in a related field, but very rich, we can say. Now we have the space for maybe some questions that also the speaker can pose to each other. As we said at the beginning, this volunteer part, it's a very informal environment in which And we want to share experiences and to make also connection between different realities and so on. So if you want, if any of you has some question from one other of the speaker and so on, so let's go ahead. We have like at least 50 minutes to make it, and then we can close. Maybe I would. Okay, sorry. I saw one microphone open. Pauline.
Okay, I wanted to ask Santosh about the project, how they are involving the community, and on the, I saw sort of like, are they like all the machines? How are they producing them, and like how are they making them? Is it like expensive, or how are they finding funds to get them? And like, is this a prototype or something that is already going on?
Hi, Pauline. So this is a project for livelihood. Am I audible to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is a project for the livelihood income generation opportunities for the rural people, mainly the women and the dairy farmers. You see that there are, let's say, farmers with lot of cow dung that they have, and which is generally used as, let's say, a waste. Okay, it is treated as a waste, and when it is composted, that can be used as a fertilizer for the farm. If you see the cow dung utilization, if the cow dung is used as fertilizer, it takes a lot of days, like once in a year they sell away the cow dung which is composted as fertilizer, or they use it for their own farm. Okay, so they have to wait at least a year to convert that cow dung into some kind of cash. Okay, some cash, correct, some money. Whereas what we have seen is, can we convert this waste material for them in a valuable product? For that, this machine called Deepkar, Deep is lamp in India. So Indian language, Deep is lamp. Deepkar meaning the machine that produces the lamp. Okay, so this machine is devised in order to give them this chance to convert this so-called waste in the dairy farm to be converted into the lamp that are appreciated very well culturally also in India for the spiritual religious rituals. People use these lamps, and hence they have a lot of demand in the festivals and otherwise for rituals, religious purposes, and otherwise also people use these lamps. Now, how we are, let's say, bringing this to be reality for the rural women, because in India there is this self-help group where people, where women come under, let's say, groups together, save money, and also some group are active manufacturers or producers in some cases. So what we are doing is we are giving them these machines on very, let's say, almost non-profit basis, and giving them training how to use these machines, so that they can make their own lamps using this machine. Later, we are also helping them to find the market. Okay, so we are, let's say, at times buying back those lamps from them, and we are allowing also them to promote their own produce in their locality if possible. So whoever is needing support for marketing, they can sell their diyas through us, or they can sell diyas on their own. We have done the whole branding last year in Diwali festival, which is festival of light in India. We have sold many such lamps, very nicely packaged, and let's say sold to cities, mainly the urban people who want to again reconnect with their roots and all. So there is a lot of emotional and social responsibility feeling that the customer is also having in that case. Yeah. So if you have any specific question regarding this, you may ask me.
Thank you, Santosh. And if there are other questions to Santosh or to other speakers, and also Santosh or Gampat, if they have some questions from the other speakers.
No question, Domenico. It's it's a pleasure to meet all of you, like Pauline and others, Eric. Thank you so much. Actually, like if we get connected together well, probably we can, cross-pollinate the ideas, and that way it will help us, like whatever the new, like you guys doing in Kenya, other places, and also what we are doing in India. So probably like this is a great way to like transfer the knowledge or trade the knowledge, and I hope like this is really a great meeting for all of us.
Thank you very much, Gampat. Surely it has been for me, because as I said, we face a lot of like experience from all around the world. That's the very meaning of this volunteer. And we learn a lot also. I learned personally a lot from your project, from the story of Pauline, of Rita, and Eric. Maybe, I don't know, I made the same question to the guests from Meet. So to Rita and Eric, if you have some question, you can also write them. Even though if there are no questions, I ask Eric if he can to spend just few words for closing this session, and then we can close.
In fact, I have a question for Rita, if it is possible. Not only the question, but the insight.
Wait,
now that,
1 second.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for.
No, Eric. One moment. That Santosh has a question for Rita. So, wait a moment, Eric. Okay, go ahead, Santosh.
Okay, it is very interesting to know her story. As Rita is already, let's say, working, and she's let's say working for these engaged or teenagers, or let's say children, to make them understand the value of let's say saving the climate, also many other aspects of her project. So my question is, let's say, how you are managing this program of involving students in your initiative. Do you use any let's say structural approach, or is it just the awareness that you have brought in? So are you having some plan for a stipulated period of time, or is it just the experiment that you are trying to do with the student?
Okay, I hope that Rita has heard the question. I will repeat for security. So Santosh has asked to Rita if how she's managing this project with the students, and if she's like applying some structural approach, how she's planning the initiative, or is just like approaching them with the commitment to involve, to engage them. So Rita, to you.
Thank you. The project has not yet started. That's when I'm now structuring the program and everything. So I cannot answer that right now because I'm still planning. The project is starting next month.
Okay, thank you, Rita.
So Dominic, I have one question.
Okay.
Okay, you're doing a great job bringing all the people on this platform. Okay, same place. Like like everyone, like here, when you like start any project, the first and foremost thing is money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and like it will be great. It will be great. Like what you're doing in addition to that one. Like, can we use the same forum to provide you the information about the funding opportunity across the world that is open for like all the countries or nations. So that will be a real, and somehow is there any way, like let's say I can we can collaborate with the Pauline or the others. So how like it will be great, like rather than this is like very first meeting like I'm attending, and my gut feeling says that it will be great that we like further like foster our relationship in more productive way, find out the common area of interest, like it will be, or the it will help each other, something like that. That will be a great way to take this thing ahead.
Yeah, surely, yes, I can say, Gampat. First of all, you are invited to all of you are invited to the next edition of Climate Social Forum 2021 that will be held in October, that me, Eric, Pauline, and also Rita, we are working on. And
Okay,
surely we can stay connected. Also on our side, we have interesting project. I think that we can exchange. So maybe let's make this a start of collaboration.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay. Thank you, Gampat. And now I think that we can close the session. So I'll give the floor to Eric for his final words. So Eric, to you.
Before Eric goes, may I say something?
Thank you very much.
Sorry, Eric. Sorry, Eric. There is Pauline. Sorry, Pauline wants to intervene. So Pauline, to you.
So, the question that was asked previously was asked to Rita. So we are also working on the same project of like creating like environmental aware in primary school. So ours basically is primary school. So we are dealing with grade 4. So at grade 4, the curriculum, that's where in the curriculum, environmental conservation starts. So we are targeting grade 4, whereby we go to schools, talk to their headmasters or headmistress and tell them that we want to teach your students on kitchen gardening and agroforestry or afforestation. So we tell them the importance of that. Most we have approached said yes. So we go there during like after afternoon, because most of the lessons are not there in the afternoon from grade 1 to 4. So we teach them. They come with their tools, and we allocated a certain portion in school that we train them. Then they're the same people who will be watering these plants. They're the same people who will be watering these trees. And on the funds, you talked about the funds. On my project, we are being funded by Youth Climate Fund. Youth Climate Fund from US. So you can check the Youth Climate Fund. You can go to their page and see if they interest you, because right now they have given the first round of funds application and the second one have rolled. So you can check on the third one that is starting in August to see if you can apply that. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Pauline, for your comment. So sorry, Eric, if I interrupt you, but there was Pauline in the meanwhile. Unfortunately, I have to make this role of moderation between two platforms today. So I now finally give the floor to Eric for the final remarks. So Eric, to you. Eric, you can go ahead.
Okay. Thank you to all participants. I am very happy to hear from all the volunteer work that you are doing in your various countries. And this is an opportunity for us to collaborate and then work together.
Okay, Eric. We have
climate change is a problem for all, and we need to come together as one people to solve the problem. So we are very happy, and then we are open to also for collaboration. If anybody want to collaborate with us or want to do a project with us, we can be open. We can work together. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Eric. And was not the end, because in the meanwhile also Patrick has joined. So now we were closing, Patrick. So welcome first of all. We were closing, but there is still time for one of your point. Maybe if in few minutes you can like share your experience. I just introduce the thing. We were finishing, but at the very end, another guest has come here from Tanzania. So as we want to be inclusive, give also him the chance to introduce and explain in a few minutes the activity that the great activity that he's doing in Tanzania. So Patrick, to you and welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much, Mr. Domenico, and all who are here to participate about this issue of agriculture. I'm in Tanzania now, in region of Morogoro, in district of Uranga, where now we introduce macadamia nuts here. We are very busy in the farm, almost 12 hours per day. We are cleaning the farm, and also we are doing nurturing for some of the macadamia tree for starting plantation in December. Almost agriculture in Tanzania is very big deal because we have the virgin land, amazing land for any kind of plantation. We can plant here and we can make a great profit, and we can remove the kind of the food security. The food security is really suitable in Tanzania. Almost a lot of the things which we have it here, but currently now we are based almost on the fruit and the nuts, especially for the circular economy to empower people and almost to save our country toward the situation of hunger and some of the poverty, to eliminate that kind of the poverty. Mr. Domenico, thank you so much. I don't have much word to say today.
So thank you to you, and thanks that finally you join. So thank you for your experience. Now as I said, we were on closing. So I think that after this another amazing experience from Patrick, we are very full today of experience related to this wonderful field that is agriculture. So dears, thank you very much to all for have joined. And thank you very much for participation to this volunteer that I remember is an initiative that has been born by the collaboration of Hubs in Italia, Climate Social Forum, and Giving Life to Nature Ghana. Previously, Eric has stated for Giving Life to Nature from Ghana. And thank you to all the speakers of today from different parts of the world, so rich and so glad. So see you later, and always keep in touch. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Domenico. And I wish you best luck for Italy, okay?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Domenico.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And hopefully Forza Italia. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Asante sana.
Hi, Patrick. Hi, Santosh.
Yes,
Hi.
Domenico, how are
Take
you?
care.
Wait a moment that I the recording.